What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the Madden channel. As today we're going to be doing a long-term Houston Texans rebuild where we're going to be trading Deshaun Watson, trading Brandon Cooks, maybe even trading Laremy Tunsil, and building around Davis Mills. Before we get in this video, guys, if you could leave a like and of course subscribe if you are new. I also have a brand new podcast. Link is down in the description below if you are interested. But let's talk about the Houston Texans for a second, because obviously the big problem with the Texans is the whole Deshaun Watson thing. When that will get solved, and they kind of have a stud, or not, I don't know if you could really say a stud yet, but I think Davis Mills has potential to be pretty good in this league if they continue to just, try to do the best they can to build around him and not give up on him too soon. So today, that's what we're going to try to do. I'm not going to give up on Davis Mills throughout this video. He's going to be my quarterback, and I'm going to try to make it work. I don't know how well this is going to go, but I'm going to try to develop him as much as possible. So we have $93 million in cap space, and are going to create even more when we trade Watson, Brandon Cooks, and Tunsil, because that's kind of been a rumor that the Texans are willing to trade Tunsil, obviously wanting to trade Cooks, and then obviously willing to trade Deshaun Watson. So let's go to the negotiation stage, get started with this offseason with this rebuild in general. So you have Justin Reed and Desmond King, two guys I would probably love to keep part of my defense for the foreseeable future. Everyone else that is in free agency right now, I don't know if I really care to bring any of them back, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to go for the two guys up top, and I'm willing to let everyone else go. So we're going to try to stay young. 25, 27, players like that is going to be guys we'll be interested in to improve this roster. So Justin Reed is going to be my first guy I want to bring back. And then Desmond King, also, I'll bring him in because I wouldn't mind keeping a 27-year-old corner. May not be the long-term future there, but definitely a solid piece for now. And I think that's it. Those are the only two guys I want to sign. And then, like I said, the next three things we're going to do is trade Cooks, trade Watson, and trade Tunsil. So we're going to try to get as many draft picks as possible for those three guys and whatever young pieces we can get as well. So I'm trading Brandon Cooks over to the Cleveland Browns for the round 2 draft pick in round 3. So that's just a couple more draft picks for us in this upcoming draft. Next is probably going to be Laremy Tunsil. I'm sending Laremy Tunsil over to the Cincinnati Bengals, who could use some offensive line help. I'm getting their first round pick and a second round pick next year in return, and we get rid of Laremy Tunsil's big cap hold. And last but certainly not least, we are trading Deshaun Watson over to the Washington Commanders, I guess you can call them now. We are also including a 4th round draft pick, but we're getting 2 first round picks and a young strong safety and Cameron Curl, and that is going to be all the trades that we make. So obviously we did take a cap hit, I believe, or a penalty by trading Deshaun Watson, but it needed to be done. So you have $89 million in cap space now, and this is what the roster looks like. So obviously it is pretty much a clean slate here. Davis Mills is star development, which I do love to see that, which is great. So we're going to definitely have to, like I said, build around him. But everything else is completely like a clean slate, other than the secondary. I mean, there's a couple guys in the defensive line, but yeah, this is going to definitely be an uphill battle today. But hey, I'm up for the challenge. Let's go ahead and get started in free agency. So a ton of offers for us in day 1 of free agency. Obviously, a lot to fill out. So we have Christian Kirk as one of the wide receivers we want to grab in free agency, because we need at least one to obviously have a weapon for Davis Mills, or it's not really going to work. So Christian Kirk at 25. Leighton Vander Esch would be a nice middle linebacker addition. You got Mike Hughes, Chris Barnes, Connor Williams, Auden Tate, Will Hernandez, and Tim Settle. So quite a bit of offers on day 1. Let's see how lucky we get. I'm going to assume we're not going to get everybody, because I honestly didn't overpay for a lot of these guys. But as long as we can walk away with most of them, I would feel pretty good about day 1. Obviously, we're working with a clean slate, but so it looks like we got pretty. Oh, we didn't get the wide receiver I wanted. That's an L, but we got pretty much everybody else. So we didn't get Leighton Vander Esch, and we didn't get Christian Kirk, which is very bad because we definitely need a wide receiver. So we're going to have to go sign a wide receiver 100%. So, I guess we got Auden Tate, which is cool, but then they got Tim Settle and Chris Barnes. So we got a couple pieces on the defense, nothing crazy. Obviously, the draft is going to be our best friend as well. But Auden Tate at wide receiver, we don't even have a running back. So we got one offensive lineman. Everything else is just not looking good. We do have a tight end, although he's not looking that great. So defensive line isn't terrible. Obviously, it's not great, but it's kind of filled out. Outside linebacker core, we got Chris Barnes in the middle, which is great. So I guess we didn't really need Leighton Vander Esch, because I didn't realize we were running a different formation. I thought we were running in a different formation than what we were. So as far as tackles, we need some. Tight end, Brevin Jordan, I believe, is a rookie. So I'm willing to give him the spot. We do need another wide receiver, and we also need a running back. So there's definitely still way more to fill out. So let's go see what else we have left to spend in free agency. We got Melvin Gordon at 29. You got Odell, Devondre Campbell, Younghoe Koo. Jacoby Myers is still here, which honestly, I kind of want to go get him, but at the same time, might just draft a wide receiver, honestly, because I just don't and we got to draft a running back. There's so much we have to get, obviously, but hey, we knew going into this was going to be a struggle. We could sign like Sony Michel or Ronald Jones at 25. That may not be dude, if 23-year-old, if he didn't do what he did, obviously I would sign him 100%, but I just don't feel right about signing him in Madden if based off what happened, obviously. So I mean, yeah, there's really not much else we can get. So I think the only thing I am going to do is I'm gonna sign Ronald Jones, just because I think he could maybe become something here in Houston. So he could be out of the backfield with Davis Mills. Obviously Ronald Jones kind of got benched for Leonard Fournette, and then that kind of just took his career from there. So if he come into Houston and obviously become a really good running back for us, that'd be great. So I think that's literally going to be my only signing. We're going to be turning to the draft. We're going to need tons and tons of pieces, but thankfully we do have a lot of draft capital, which is great, but it's probably still not going to be enough to fill out what we need. They're going into the NFL draft with like $51 million in cap space. Literally nothing is off limits for us, obviously. So we have the second overall pick, which is great. So Jacksonville gets to pick number 1, and then we get number 2. So let's go ahead and see. I guess if we go ahead and see what Jacksonville ends up selecting here. So we could either get Kayvon Thibodeau or Aiden Hutchinson with this second overall pick, which is obviously great because we could use one of them. That would be awesome. So Jacksonville, could you make your selection? Because, okay, there it goes. They take Aiden Hutchinson. So I'm going to go ahead and take Kayvon Thibodeau with this pick, and I'm going to be very happy about that. So Kayvon Thibodeau, welcome to the team. We could definitely use your services. Welcome to Houston, my friend. And obviously, we're going to be going to our next first-round pick. I don't know how many first-round picks we actually have in this draft, but once again, we're just going to be drafting whatever we can get. I mean, we kind of need a lot of positions, so it really doesn't matter. So yeah, quarterback, I'm not going to worry about quarterback. Center would not be bad, actually. We definitely need a center. Outside linebacker, wide receivers is also a good idea. So, I mean, I'm going to draft a center, I think. I really am. I'm going to draft Tyler Linderbaum here with my 13th overall pick, and I'm going to be very, very happy with that. We needed a center. So we have 3 offensive linemen, and we also have a 27th overall pick, which I want to use on a running back or a wide receiver, I think, for sure. So we also have another second round pick coming. So quarterbacks are not getting drafted. We do have Breece Hall on the board, which might be my selection because we do need a running back for sure. So B carrying, he's got B injury, B stiff arm, C trucking. I'm going to take Breece Hall here. He's another hidden development running back, so I'm happy with that. We definitely needed running back for the future. We got Sony Michel because Ronald Jones actually declined my contract, so I just went ahead and signed Sony Michel, but I don't really want him to be my running back of the future. So now we have a second round pick here, very early one, so definitely need to use this as best as possible. An offensive lineman would not hurt here whatsoever, so we might have to. There's so many quarterbacks still on the board. Nobody's drafting quarterbacks, which I don't want to do. Like I said, I want to continue to build around Davis Mills today. I am going to believe in him. So Trevor Penning, we got so many. There's just so many. Nick Bonito here as well. I mean, what do we want to do? Do we want to just draft a do we want to just draft an offensive lineman? I mean, yeah, I feel like it's right here. I think we got to. We're going to draft Trevor Penning, I believe. B run block, D pass block. Let's go see what the other 2 guys look like. So we got Petit here as well, as we have B awareness, C pass block. Okay, not too bad. Nicholas might be an option as well. And then Kennard, I think, is the last one I want to take a look at, who is obviously fitting my system a little bit better. B awareness, B impact blocked. And he looks a lot better. So I'm going to draft Darren Kennard. He's actually normal development, which sucks. But it's okay. We also have another second round pick. So I think this has to go towards a wide receiver no matter what. As long as we get a wide receiver here, I'll feel great because the only wide receiver we have is Auden Tate, which isn't great. So you have Drake London on the board out of USC, which I don't believe he's actually that good in the game, which is kind of unfortunate. So Drake London out of USC. Let's go see what he looks like. A, catching traffic. B, catching. D, deep route. Not too bad. I might have to take him here because we definitely need another wide receiver option. So Drake London could be an option. Then David Bell. C, catching. D, release. I think we're going to take Drake London here with this pick. With our other second round pick, I'm going to take Drake London. I'm going to feel really good about that. So Drake London, welcome to Houston. He is a hidden development wide receiver, which is great. So we got ourselves a brand new wide receiver for Davis Mills to throw to, which is fantastic. Another early second round pick, or a third round pick, I should say. And then we have a late third round pick. Okay. Nicholas is still here. We could still draft him, or we could focus on the defensive line, which we definitely could use defensive tackles. Haskell Garrett is here. I know he has hidden development. Adam Anderson. So there are definitely some good options here. Nolan Smith, DJ Dale. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Do we want to draft a offensive lineman? I feel like we've gone enough offensive linemen in this draft. I'm going to try to get, I think, defense here. We're going to go for defense here. So Haskell Garrett, Tyreek Smith, or Adam Anderson, or even we could technically draft Jeremy Ruckert as well. But DJ Dale out of C block shedding, A play recognition, not too bad. But I know for sure, do we draft DJ Dale, or do we go Haskell Garrett? I don't know. Ohio State. I'm gonna go DJ Dale. I've drafted Haskell Garrett plenty of times. I'm gonna draft DJ Dale here. I don't remember if he is hidden development or not, and he is normal development. Okay, that sucks. But hey, still an option, and we still have an early 3rd round pick, and I believe this is going to be my, or late 3rd round pick, I should say. This is gonna be my last pick in the draft, because after this we only have a round 7 pick. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about drafting someone in round 7. So let's make this a good one. Hopefully, let's see. You got Noah Smith on the board. You got a running back, Mon Robinson, Xavier Thomas, Avery Young, Damari Richardson, Demario Overshone. What do we want to do here? Okay, I think I'm going to look at the top of the board here. So I see Nolan Smith. Wide receiver, honestly, wouldn't hurt either. We got Ty D catch. It doesn't look that great as far as the first few ratings, I guess. Nolan Smith. You got Merlin Robinson, Xavier Thomas out of Clemson. A tight end. All right, what about Xavier Thomas? Let's take a look at him. C power moves, B awareness, D hit power. I'm just going to draft Xavier Thomas as another defensive line option, and that's going to be it for me. So we come out of the draft decently, not the greatest, but pretty decently. So this is what the offense looks like. It's nothing great, obviously. Definitely still very underwhelming, but it's a work in progress. Davis Mills is the quarterback. You got Sony Michel and Breece Hall here, and they have Breece Hall listed at fullback. And then take a look at the defensive side of the ball, which is a little bit better. We still need outside linebacker options. We have Kayvon Thibodeau, we have Greenard, and we also have I feel like we took Xavier Thomas all the way down here. You got Mike Hughes, got Jimmy Moreland, Desmond King, Justin Reed, Cameron Curl. So yeah, obviously still definitely a lot of work to get done, but it is a work in progress. So we'll definitely be all right with it. We're gonna see how the season goes. Not really sure what to expect. I'm going to go throw Marshall in here over Heck, though. And we should probably be pretty bad this season. As long as Davis Mills continues to progress, that's all that matters to me. Because when we're ready to be good, it'll definitely help if he's good at that time as well. Okay, something I definitely did not expect this season, as we went 9-8 and actually made the playoffs. Okay, Houston, I see you. I mean, that's a good start. I mean, the fact that we made the playoffs with this roster definitely tells you we're off to a decent start, right? I mean, I don't know if I like making the playoffs. Would have rather have had the high draft picks, but you know, postseason experience is good as well. I'm gonna assume Davis Mills was really good. I'm gonna hope anyway, because I want that to be the reason we made it. You know, offense was 32nd in the NFL. Defense was 20. How did we make the? I mean, he wasn't bad. 21 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Nothing crazy, but nothing terrible. Rushing wise, Breece Hall, 871 yards, made him the starting running back for us. Receiving wise, Philip Dorsett was our leading receiver with 1,000 yards. Nico Collins had 900. Brevin Jordan with 800. Auden Tate, and then Drake London didn't get any. That is not a good look. He might have been my 4th wide receiver, which definitely is an L on my part. I didn't realize. I thought he was in the slot for some reason. Okay, that's not good in my part, but it's all right. So let's take a look at the lineup now and kind of see what everyone's overall was looking like. So we got Davis Mills up to a 76. Drake London, need to get him in there. That is definitely my fault. We got a star development tackle, and we got a 70 overall, and then Connor Williams, and we got a superstar development center. So offensive line is definitely developing, which is great. Tight ends up to 74, and then Chris Barnes up to an 80. So defense, not too shabby. We're happy with it. We'll definitely take that. So all right, well, we're playing the Bengals. I don't expect us to beat Cincinnati. Hopefully we don't, because that would just be insane. But let's see what happens. Let's see if Madden allows me to beat Cincinnati. No, we lost 31-13. I was about to say, there's no way we actually beat the Bengals. I mean, the fact we even got into the playoffs is kind of insane in my opinion, but hey, we'll take it, I guess. So we made the postseason. You can't be too upset. So we're going to go straight to the offseason, where we have a lot more work to do, obviously, but we're off to a good start. I have never at any point had $152 million in cap space. Like, that is so much money, it's kind of insane. So we're literally, the sky is the limit for what we can accomplish this offseason. We can basically go get anybody we freaking want to. $152 million. Obviously, there's going to be some guys we might need to resign. Not really. I mean, we have Jimmy Moreland. Literally don't want any of these guys back, to be honest with you. So yeah, we're going to be going to free agency. Maybe Will Hernandez. Maybe. He's 27. he may not be too expensive. So we'll go ahead and give Will Hernandez an extension, 1-year deal. And he's back. So we get Will Hernandez to stay on the offensive line. But everyone else, I am content with just letting leave. I like what we have. $148 million now. We gave some to Will Hernandez, but $147 million. I'm excited. Okay, there's no way we can't make this team. We could potentially make this team a playoff team again. 100%. We made it last year, for crying out loud. So if we could maybe get some more pieces here, I think we're definitely in good shape. So I'm going to move Breece Hall to the starting running back. So offensive line is actually set. I like how the offensive line looks. I don't mind Brevin Jordan being the tight end, but I mean, he's 23. I don't know if we'll need another tight end. We'll see. Nico Collins is all right, Auden Tate, but we need more of a number 1 wide receiver, in my opinion. So that's definitely something we will be searching for. We got Justin Reed. So secondary is still good. Kayvon Thibodeau's up. We got Tim Settle, and then DJ Dale didn't get an opportunity. We had Blacklock starting at defensive tackle, but he's 25. So Greenard, how old is Greenard? He is 26. Okay, that's solid. So outside linebackers is definitely a problem as well on the defense. But other than that, I think we need outside linebackers. Maybe some more. Maybe defensive tackle wouldn't hurt. And then offensively, obviously wide receivers, and then maybe even a tight end if we want another one. So much money to spend. It's not even funny. Let's go take a look at what we're able to accomplish. So number 1 wide receiver is kind of the top of my board, and there's a guy named Terry McLaurin out here. Now, I will say, as a Washington fan, I'd be super upset if we allowed Terry McLaurin to walk to any team, but he is here, so honestly, I might go for him. Jeffrey Simmons is here as well. Imagine putting Jeffrey Simmons on the opposite side of Kayvon Thibodeau. I don't want to spend too much money on just a couple pieces, though. Montez Sweat, there's so many guys we can go. Mecole Hardman, superstar development wide receiver. Oh my goodness, this is just going to be a good offseason, I can tell. Okay, so much money to spend. Where do I even start? So Terry McLaurin, how much would Terry McLaurin cost? Let's start off with that. Terry McLaurin would cost me $18 million, but it could be worth it. It definitely could be worth it. Jeffrey Simmons, do I go get Jeffrey Simmons and put him on the opposite side of Kayvon Thibodeau? Do I do it? We steal him from Tennessee. That would be awesome as well. Deron Payne also wouldn't be a bad option. And we could have Tim Settle and Deron Payne play together. Then Montez Sweat. So if we get Montez Sweat, we don't need Jeffrey Simmons or vice versa. This is some tough decisions. Okay, so I kind of want to spend a lot of money here. Terry McLaurin, I'm going to go for. I'm going to go 100% all in on Terry McLaurin. I definitely want him to be my number 1 wide receiver. He's a 99 overall, for crying out loud. We're going to edge out the Patriots a little bit. I want to make sure we edge them out completely. So we definitely have the ability to spend this money. So Terry McLaurin, 98 total points, is going to be above the Patriots by quite a bit. So I'm cool with that. So do I want Simmons or do I want Montez Sweat? Which one? Okay, Montez Sweat would cost me about $14 million. And Jeffrey Simmons is probably going to cost me about $20 million, I imagine, right? Yeah, let's do it. You know what? We have the money to do it. Let's spend it. Let's spend the money. They're both 26, so it's not like they're too old where it doesn't make sense. So Jeffrey Simmons, no one offered by a mile. So Terry McLaurin, and just to make sure, I'm going to offer Terry McLaurin just a little bit more money, just to be sure that we do get him, because I don't want the Patriots to somehow convince him that, hey, you should come to New England. So McLaurin and Jeffrey Simmons, and we still have $100 million of cap space. So I am going to also go for Deron Payne, because he's the best nose tackle available. So this will beef up our defensive line 100%. So that'll be a number 1 offer by just a smidge. So I'm going to make that even higher. So just like that, we'll offer that. And boom, we should have number 1 offers on McLaurin, Jeffrey Simmons, and Deron Payne, which is just fantastic. And then I do want to try to get Mecole Hardman as well. He has no offers. He's a superstar development wide receiver. So another weapon for Davis Mills to throw to. So content with that. Mills or Mecole Hardman, please come to the team. All right. And last but not least, a 25-year-old left tackle. If we didn't want to wait, or I guess Marshall is already star development, but the other guy we have is Kennard, who is a normal development. So, I mean, kind of depends if we want to be patient with him or not. Is there anything else that makes sense? Maybe we can get another corner in Greedy Williams, Sean Murphy Bunting, Taylor Rapp at free safety, Alexander Madison. I think I might go for another corner here real quick. So Casey Hayward, Sean Murphy Bunting, Greedy Williams, Rashad Fenton. I don't want to fight too hard for a corner, though. I don't want to overpay anybody. So I'm just going to go for Rashad Fenton, I think. And that's going to be all my offers on day 1, I think. Unless if there's someone else I should be going for. Top 100, Kareem Hunt would be cool, but I like what we have. Tom Brady, Stephon Tuitt, Montez Sweat, Marquise Brown. Obviously, we'd go for Marquise Brown, but these are my negotiations. Terry McLaurin, Jeffrey Simmons, Deron Payne, Mecole Hardman, and Rashad Fenton. So if I can get all 5 of these players, that'd be awesome. We should get Simmons. I'm a little nervous about Deron Payne not accepting, so I'm actually going to extend his contract just a little bit further, overpay him just a little bit more. We should get everybody now. We have, not necessarily though, because it doesn't always work out that way. So all my money going towards a lot of good players, impact players, to help Davis Mills and this Texans team out. And we get every single player. We've jumped up from a 77 to an 81, and we still have the draft. I don't even know how many draft picks we have, but wide receiver weapons are here, and the defensive line is definitely freaking here. So I want to take a look at what this looks like now. After that free agency, what do we look like? So we got Davis Mills, Breece Hall, Terry McLaurin, Auden Tate, Drake London, Mecole Hardman. Offensive line is still what it is. It's not bad. It's not the greatest. Wide receiver core is fantastic. And defensively, the defensive line, obviously got to move Kayvon Thibodeau or Jeffrey Simmons to the other side. So I'll move Kayvon Thibodeau to the left end. And man, this team is going to be nasty. This team, I like where we're going. I like what we've done with this Texans team so far. I think we've done a great job. So move Kayvon Thibodeau to the other side. And just like that, the defensive line is going to look like this. So it's Deron Payne, Tim Settle, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Jeffrey Simmons. That is nasty. We still need outside linebackers, though. That is still a huge problem. We need to address that badly. We're trading Auden Tate and a second-round pick next year for Phillips to be one of our outside linebackers. We needed one for sure. So we got Jalen Phillips, which is fantastic. I'm happy with that. So that's going to be an upgrade to our outside linebacker core. And then I do want to take a look at free agency to see if there's any outside linebackers that could be here. Because I want to get rid of Auden Tate. That way we have Drake London getting some slot. I was about to say minutes, but slot routes, if you know what I mean. He's going to play the slot, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So Preston Smith, and yeah, just none really interest me at all. I mean, yeah, nothing at all. So jumping into our second draft in this video, we have 2 first-round picks, which is just going to make us even better at this point. So let's go to number 19. Biggest thing we need to walk away with is an outside linebacker. That is our biggest need. So if we can't get it here, we might have to trade for it. So let's see. We got literally an outside linebacker, that position I need, just sitting here at the top of the board. So let's go take a look at him. So question marks, we did not scout him whatsoever, which is unfortunate. A player, I'm doing it. I didn't even have to read the rest. I'm taking him. We need an outside linebacker. I'm happy with it. Smalls, welcome to Houston. Hopefully you're not going to be killing me, Small. Okay, let me stop. All right, make your selection. Let's go. We also have an early second-round pick, or middle of the pack, I guess you can call it. So we can also take another tackle here. Wide receiver, we don't necessarily need. I mean, I like our wide receiver. So Marcus Dumerville out of LSU. B, awareness. A, run block power. B, lead block. F, stamina. I'm going to take him. He's a hidden development right tackle. Maybe he'll be a little bit better than what we have right now. So I'm happy with that. Let's go to round 2, pick number 19 now. And we're just going to continue to try to take hidden development players here. So let's see what else we got. So we also got another outside linebacker, another wide receiver, another middle linebacker, and another guard. So a guard wouldn't hurt us either, because right now we have Will Hernandez. So although we could move one of the guard, tackles we've already drafted to move him to guard if we need to. So maybe we don't draft offensive lineman again. Let's take a look at wide receiver, I guess. I mean, Joseph Nagata, A, catching, C, deep route, B, medium route, B, short route, C, spec catch. Not too bad. He's not terrible. Then we got BJ here at outside linebacker. Question marks across the board. B, awareness, B, power moves, B, stamina, C, hit power. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take BJ here. He's a hidden development outside linebacker. So another hidden development player coming to Houston. And then I think I'm going to make one. I mean, we might have some third-round picks as well. So we're not done yet. We actually have quite a few more picks we can take. So what else do we got? We got Shane Lee. We got Chris. We got wide receivers that we scouted. Demas, I guess how you say it. D, catch in traffic. A, juke move. A, stamina. B, ball carrier vision. C, short route. C, run block. I guess we scouted him quite a bit. He's a hidden development wide receiver. I mean, I think I'm just going to let the assistant GM do the rest after this last selection I make. After this third round pick, I think I'm done. So, yeah, after this third rounder, I'm done. So let's go see what we can get here in the third round. Maybe we can go for another hidden development player. Chris Bogle is still on the board, who we saw in last round. We also got another outside linebacker down there. So, question marks. A, finesse move. C, man coverage. He's just depth. We'll take him. No development this time, so no longer a hidden development player. But hey, we're happy with that. We're going to come out of the draft looking pretty good, I think. So this is what the new team looks like. It is definitely looking pretty good. So we got Davis Mills. I'm going to start Breece Hall still. I don't know what we're doing. I'm going to move. Yeah, let's do this. I don't want to start. Yeah, we're going to do that. So Brevin Jordan still our tight end. We got Mecole Hardman. We got DeMoss. We got Terry McLaurin, Nico Collins, and Drake London. So Drake London is going to be the 4th wide receiver listed. So I don't know. We'll see. But offense looks great, and defensively, this is what we look like. So defense is so much improved. It is insane. So remember the defense we had at the very beginning? Yeah, this is just insanely better. So much depth. Just so much that I love to see here. I think we are in good shape. Honestly, we made the playoffs last year, so with a new and improved team, I think we should be able to make the playoffs again, but you never know with this game. Sometimes it gets weird. The better you get, the worse you get. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we end up making the playoffs. So unfortunately for us this year, we only went 8-9, which is unfortunate. It really is, but it's okay because we have a whole nother offseason to improve even further. We should still have quite a bit of cap space, I would imagine. I mean, right now it's listed us at $65 million. The team's up to an 86 overall. So I think with one more offseason, I could really make this team into a Super Bowl contender easily. It just kind of depends. We'll see how much cap space we're really going to have. So we have Sony Michel, Breece Hall. I mean, this team, like I said, it looks great. It's just a matter of putting those final pieces together. So yeah, I think we can definitely do this. It's going to be pretty easy. So let's go take a look at the stats real quick. That way we kind of have that figured out. So stats wise, Davis Mills, 32 touchdowns. So he's definitely getting better. Offense was 26th in the NFL, which is underwhelming considering the amount of talent that we had. Mills, not too bad though. 32 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Like I said, I'm content with him being the quarterback. Breece Hall with only 800 yards in the receiving wise. Nico Collins, for some reason, just keeps doing as good as possible. And then Brevin Jordan, 1,000, 900, 900, and 800 from Breece Hall. And then defensively, we were pretty underwhelming as well, which is unfortunate because I thought we got, a really good team together. 13 sacks, 11.5, 8. All right. So definitely some more work to do. Offense was 26 in the NFL and defense wasn't that great either. But I think with another offseason, we should be fine. So $79 million in cap space. I don't know who all needs to be resigned though. So that's something we'll have to. Okay. So we literally only have Cameron Curl. Greenard, we have so much depth there. I don't even know if we need to bring him back. So yeah, I think Cameron Curl is going to be the only one I try to bring back. Greenard would not be bad for depth purposes, but Cameron Curl is definitely somebody I want back to keep as my strong safety for this team. And he's back. So do we want to get Greenard here as well? Let's see how much it costs. It costs, it wouldn't even cost that much. We'll offer him a contract and he's back. So we'll keep him around. I'm not going to resign Will Hernandez just because I think we can move one of those tackles we've been drafting to obviously inside to a guard spot if we need to. So we keep Cameron Curl, and now we can take a look at our lineup just a little bit just to see what we need to improve on. I know nose tackle could definitely be something we could work at. So Brevin Jordan's finally up to star development. So we have Marshall, we have Kennard here. So do we want to move Kennard to the guard spot, or do we just want to go ahead and sign a guard? So they continue to want to start Sony Michel, which doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. So Mecole Hardman went down in development wise. So definitely some work to be done here, but defensively, I love what we have linebacker wise. So I think with the amount of cap space we have, we can literally just go for best available players, like literally. So $65 million. I kind of want to go for a nose tackle if there's available one. So Danielle Hunter, Tyron Smith, Justin Tucker, Aaron Rodgers, Tyler Boyd, Julian Blackman. I mean, DJ Reader at 30 years old, I guess, could be something we go for. Cameron Jordan, Michael Pierce, Young Wei Koo. This free agency class is very underwhelming, I'm not going to lie. So maybe we're going to be making some trades here. I think that might be the way we improve because I don't really see anything that I'm all that interested in, to be honest with you. And we do have some depth. So I think we can make some trades in order to improve the team a little bit. I guess we could sign one of these guards here. I'm going to sign Alex Kappa, I think. I'm going to sign him. Could have signed him a while back, but I'm going to sign him now. I'm not going to give him a 5-year deal, actually. So we're going to sign the guard to get that taken care of in free agency. Actually, he's getting offered quite a bit of money, so maybe we aren't going to get him. I mean, we have money, so 107 total points, and he is getting way too much for my liking. So I guess we'll go shoot up John Runyon and try to get him instead. So we'll go for John Runyon instead of the guy. I mean, I'm assuming because this free agency class is so underwhelming, he's getting so much money being offered. So not too surprised by that. But with the amount of wide receiver depth we have, I think I want to try to trade for a stud defensive tackle and just to complete the defensive line as much as possible. So we're getting the other defensive tackle we need on our defensive line. We're getting Quinnen Williams from the New York Jets. And just like that, I think that's going to be pretty much our only thing we do. We have so much cap space, but the free agency class is so underwhelming. I'm not even really worried about it. So much depth, obviously, to work with. We're going to get the guard, which is great. Hopefully we get him. And then wide receiver core is still fantastic. And defensively, obviously defense still looks pretty good as well. So we got Quinnen Williams now with Jeffrey. I mean, this defensive line 100% would be the best defensive line in football. Like, imagine this defensive line coming after you. I can't even imagine. I guess one thing we could do is get a corner. We could get like a legit corner. Our corners are okay, but if we can go out and get like a #1 corner, I guess that's the only other thing that I'd be happy to do. So let's go do that. And I think I'll call it good. All right, so we're trading one of our star development outside linebackers, a first-round pick and a third-round pick for Patrick Surtain from the Denver Broncos. Just like that, I think I feel pretty complete about the team now. This team has been built up from a 70 whatever overall to now an 88 overall. So I think we've done a pretty damn good job for everything we've done, and we got ourselves an offensive lineman as well. So Davis Mills, this is your chance now. This team has been built around you, and this next season will be the last one. So this is the complete team we have. Davis Mills is the quarterback. I'm about to just cut Sonny Michel. I'm so tired of him being here as the #1. I don't even care. I don't even care. Bye. I'm tired of seeing you here. So Breece Hall is the running back, and then McCole Hardman, Terry McLaurin, Nico Collins, and then we still have wide receiver. It's just kind of insane. We're obviously going to move one of those guards to the other side, but this is what the team is going to look like. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this team going into this season. I think we have the potential to obviously do a lot of good things. So much good pieces on the defense. Offense is looking pretty good as well. Let's go win a Super Bowl. So at the end of the season, we went 12-5 and are finally a legitimate contender in the playoffs. So we were in the playoffs in the very first season we did this, but now we are a legitimate contender, and I feel really, really good about what our team looks like. So I want to take a look at the stats real quick. I kind of want to see where our offense and defense ranked. Offense was still very underwhelming, but defense, please be like first in the NFL. I mean, we invested, it was only 10th, but we invested so much in the defense. Davis Mills, 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Rushing wise, Breece Hall, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Receiving wise, McLaurin, Nicole Hardman were on top, Nico Collins, Brevin Jordan. And honestly, Drake London just hasn't played at all, and I feel really bad for him. But Nico Collins has just been a stud in the slot, and he just kind of been the guy. So defensively, sacks wise, I mean, we should have had a ton of sacks. 13, 11.5, 8.5, 8.5. So many sacks. Sacks, I mean, I would call myself Saxonville. Chris Barnes, 7 interceptions, but I don't really know. What is this? Sack. I can't do it. We also had a couple defensive touchdowns from Rashad Fenton and Cameron Curl. So yeah, literally the best team I think I've ever built in Madden right here. Obviously other than quarterback maybe, but yeah, best team I've ever built. Let's go Davis Mills. Let's go win ourselves a playoff game, and then let's get to the Super Bowl, please. All right, Davis Mills, we get the ball on our first drive. Can we go out and score? We can put up 3, which is great. All right, let's go put up some more points. Nope, 3-0 still, and we are going to still not score. And we're still getting stops, though, which is good. Now they score a touchdown. We need, all right, 10-3, not looking good. And it is still not looking good. 17-3. Are we literally about to lose in round? Mike Hughes, interception for 81 yards, and we still didn't put up any points? Are you serious? 24-3. Okay, 24-10, 27-10, and that is going to be the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. I built this team from the ground up, and Davis Mills, you're gonna come out here and sell this game like this? I'm so upset. I just want to throw a bomb just to make myself feel a little bit better. I don't get it, man. How do we not beat the Jets? How do we not beat this team? How are we struggling to beat the New York Jets right now? It does not make any sense to me. Hey, you know, it's Madden. Why am I shocked? Why am I shocked? I'm not. I'm just going to throw it to McLaurin. I don't even care anymore. So, McLaurin, please catch this. And almost. 2nd and 10. At Davis Mills. I mean, I should have got to... I wanted to give Davis Mills a chance, and he did not help me out whatsoever. So, why am I too upset? I can't be too upset. I mean, I knew going into it, I was going to be building around Davis Mills. And I knew the, circumstances that could happen. So, 2-minute warning. I don't even know why I'm playing this. This doesn't even matter because we obviously just definitely lost, but I'm just trying to get a touchdown to make myself feel better. So I don't even care. This 4th one, I'm just going to bomb it. I really don't even care. Wow, actually McLaurin doesn't even have a single person on him. So you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to move Hardman on the out route. There's literally not a single person guarding McLaurin. So I I don't know what kind of defense the Jets are running, but thank you. That was pretty easy. I'm not sure what that was all about, but doesn't change. It doesn't mean anything. Does not. If that's the defense the Jets are running, how did we not beat them? How did we not beat this team? There's no miracle, right? There's no miracle coming. I mean, yeah, even if we did score again. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. This was definitely my favorite team I've ever put together, other than obviously we didn't do shit in the playoffs. Thank you guys for watching. This is Crushable 2. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.